Hi, I'm going to demonstrate how to play the game Glory Record, Hong Kong 1941. You see here is the map of Hong Kong Island and Kowloon. These are the fighting forces. The yellow ones are the Japanese, and the tan ones are the British, Canadian, Indian, and local Hong Kong forces. The British side should set up first. These are the mainland brigade. They should be set up along the gin drinkers line. These are what we call Hong Kong brigade or the island brigade. They should be set up inside the island of Hong Kong. And then the Japanese should set up inside the brown circles. Before the setup, the British player should take the sea transport card. And then he shuffles the cards and deal himself 9 cards. And then out of these 9 cards, he should select the ones he wants and discard 2 cards that he doesn't want at this moment. Let's say, for example, I'm going to discard this One Chai Angel and counterattack. And then he takes the sea transport card along with these 7 cards, and that becomes his hand. The Japanese player has his own deck of cards. Here, he take out 228, 229, and 230. And then shuffle the deck and take 10 cards. And out of these 10 cards, he chooses which 3 of them he should discard. For example, I choose this card I don't want, this card I don't want, and this card to discard. And then with the remaining 7 cards plus these 3, it becomes the Japanese player's hand. This is an example of the British setup. These units are the Island Brigade, and these are the Mainland Brigade. You can see that along the gin drinkers line, every spaces have to be defended. If you have any surplus unit, you can put them in Kowloon, but not in the brown spaces. There is no such restriction on Hong Kong Island, except that you have to obey the stacking rule. Each stack consists of 2 military units at most. You can put 2 units plus a leader plus a fort in one space. You can also use a dummy counter to disguise as an actual unit. The Japanese player cannot examine a stack before he is going to attack it. There are 4 ways to play cards and activate units. Method 1 is to play the formation cards like this or this. When you play a formation card, all of the units of the same formation, for example this one 230, the whole formation are activated and move 6 MP and they can attack. The second way is to play just one face down card and activate 1 leader and 1 stack of units that is adjacent to this leader. In this way, they have 6 MPs and they can attack. The third way is to play no cards and just to activate 2 units. And these 2 units have only 4 MPs, but they cannot attack. The fourth way is to just play no card, but activate a fresh leader, and he can move along 6 MP, but he cannot carry any units with him, and thus he cannot attack. When you activate units with the formation cards or with 1 face down card, they have 6 MP and they can attack. Whenever you want to move, you use MP. When you move along these narrow lines, it costs 2 MP. If you move along the road, it costs 1 MP. If along the way you're blocked by enemy units and you want to attack him, it costs 1 more MP. So for example, if I want to move these 2 units to attack this unit along this mountain path, and it costs 3 MP, 2 for the paths and 1 for attacking. Besides movement, there are 3 other ways you can use your cards. One is to play an event card. The other way is to play a card and rally 2 units that are adjacent to your leader. The third way is to pass. Let's say when I activate the formation 229, all the green units of Japanese, first I declare these 2 units to move, and they spend 3 MPs to attack the Indian units. And then he can declare that one of the secondary attack units in the adjacent space support the attack. So, for example, I declare this one to support the attack. Sometimes you need to play an extra face down card to support. If you did not use a formation card to begin with, and you don't use the same battalion to support the attack, in this case we use like 229/2, they are the same battalion, then you have to play an extra card. Attack strengths are added together. For example, these 3 units have a total attack strength of 12. The defender also combine their strength for defending. For the defender, they have some defensive bonus from the space where it is located. If it is a Jinjinger's line space, there is a bonus of 3 strength. So in this case, it is 12 attacking strength versus 6 defense strength. And then both sides can declare whether they want to use support card. The attacker can place a support card, and the defender can also play support cards. This sequence is repeated until no one wants to play any card anymore. These support cards, some of them may add strength, some of them may cancel other support cards, and we should see the text here to know what their feature is. And then both sides roll a die and then add the die number to the attack strength and get the final result. In this example, the Japanese has a strength of 12 plus 1 in the support card. The British force have just the strength of 6 plus 1 in the support card. So the difference is still 6. Then both sides roll dice. Okay, for example, let's say the red one's for the Japanese, the blue one is for the British. Now both roll a 1. Okay, 1 is added to the Japanese strength and 1 is added to the British strength. Now the difference is still 6. So the Japanese will win this battle. And the defender is the loser. The loser will take 6 casualty points in this case. The winner will take 1 less of the casualty point the loser has taken, or the lower of these dice. Now, the lower of these dice is still 1. So the Japanese will have to take 1 casualty point. However, this engineer support card says that the Japanese has to take 1 less casualty. So that means the Japanese need not to take any casualty point. And now British has to take 6 casualty points. Each casualty point can either make 1 unit to retreat or to flip. But if you have to take 3 casualty points, 1 unit has to be eliminated. Now the British has to take 6 points. So this unit has to be eliminated. And now these 2 units can continue to here. Because these 3 has already done their battle, they are rotated 90 degrees to signify that they are not fresh anymore. Because this is a formation card activation, so the Japanese can continue to activate their green units that are still fresh. For example, this one is still fresh, so it can move with 6 MP. So let's say it moves from here to there using 2 MP because of the mountain path, 2 and 4 and 6. Now it becomes spent. The next green unit they can use to attack this or these spaces. Let's say the Japanese want to stop at this point, and now this is now the British turn. Because the British has 1 unit here in reserve, he can play no card but only use 4 MPs to move to here. Because when you move along the row, it costs only 1 MP. So it can say, I play no card, but to just move from here, 1, 2, 3, 4 to here to block the Japanese units. Once it is moved, it is spent, no longer fresh.